I can now sadly confirm that 4 children have died and 4 are in a critical condition and 1 in a serious condition. They were grade 6 students.
I'm certain that I speak for all Tasmanians in extending my deepest sympathies to the family, friends and loved ones of everyone affected by today's tragedy.
Police and emergency services were called to the scene around 10 a.m. this morning after a wind gust had reportedly caused the jumping castle to lift into the air.
Just a terrible tragedy, unthinkable, a horrific accident, a freak accident that will leave families completely devastated.
On a day when these children were meant to be celebrating their last day of primary school, instead we're all mourning their loss.
Young children on a fun day out together with their families, and it turns to such horrific tragedy. At this time of year, it just breaks your heart.
Our hearts are breaking for the families and the loved ones, schoolmates, teachers of these young people who were taken too soon. Our thoughts are also with those emergency services personnel who attended to try and save these people's lives. Sadly, it's one of the most serious tragedies that any of us are going to experience. Anything involving children affects us all. Many of us are parents, so it affects us all, and this is a sad day for Devonport.
I know that this is a strong and caring community that will stand together and support one another. I know that I speak for all Tasmanians when I say that we will stand with this community through this difficult time as well.
There are no words that I can give that will take away the grief. What we can do is wrap our support and love around the Hillcrest School community. And what you can do is wrap your support and love around each other, your families and yourselves, because this will impact us all in some way.
Well, Annette Rockcliffe is the Mayor of Devonport. She joins us now. Annette, we were utterly shocked when news of this story broke. I can only imagine how the community is feeling at the moment. How are they coping with this?
To be honest, I think we're all still in shock. I think we're all still struggling to come to terms with the accident and how it's playing out. We're certainly trying to take care of each other, but I think we're all still struggling to really get our head around it.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know any of the families involved?
Look, I don't have details about those names at this point. I did meet all of those children last week. I was in their classroom for an hour or so. So it's pretty tough to think about that.
And that we've seen images of first responders just utterly devastated by what they've seen, understandably. What support is being given to them and the families affected?
Certainly, I know first responders have had their wellbeing team swing into action. I understand there were at least 70 ambulance officers on site for most of that time. And then there were obviously police and the fireys were involved as well. So they're all members of our community. They all have connections in our community. Many of them have children. So, for them, it's been a tough day as well.
Yeah, Annette, you paint a picture of a very close community down there. I know that you said that you're all still in shock and trying to process what's happened. How has the community come together? What have you seen?
Look, I think, as I said, we're all sort of taking care of our children and each other as best we can at this point. There are formal processes being put in place for the families through the Education Department and for the staff, and we will be working with them over the next few days as well.
All right, Annette, thank you so much for your time tonight. Our thoughts are with you and the Devonport community.
Oh, thank you very much.